Hello and welcome to a video from filmsbychris.com. That's Chris with a K. I'm Chris with a K. Today we're going to be looking at some images taken from a cell phone, with a cell phone that have GPS data in them, and we're going to get that GPS data in multiple formats, and then we're going to use that data to actually get the address, the physical address out in the world of that where that photo was taken. We're going to be using a tool called EXIF tool. It should be in repositories, so if you don't have it installed, install it. And it has lots of options because EXIF information is all the information that's stored in a photo, and it gives you things like what camera it was taken with, the lens that was used, and a bunch of other stuff just depending on what sensors are available on the camera you're taking it with or phone you're taking it with. We can use this option, so we're going to use the EXIF tool, and we can give it -GPS latitude if we just want the latitude or longitude, and GPS longitude if we just want that. We can give it both, and then we can give it an individual file name or a group of files. So I can give it one file like this. I'm in a directory right now with just a handful of photos, so I can do that, and we get the GPS location for that image. Now we could also again just give that, and we can just say all in here, although I do have some files in here that are not images, so I'm just going to say .jpeg, and this should also work with videos taken with your phone as well. And there we go. It lists out each image and its latitude and longitude. So that's great, but you'll notice, let me run it again, the format it comes in. So GPS coordinates can be given in a variety of different ways. I think there's at least 3 different formats it can be in. And if you want it in a different format, what we can do here is, well, actually, let me show you something else first. So we did latitude and longitude. We can also say -location all, and it will give us all the location information for each image. So, things like, were you above sea level, a few other things. But we also have this GPS position, which is the latitude and longitude on one line, which can be convenient. So you can do it on 2 separate lines or one line and then grep and cut to get what you need. So again, we have 28 degrees, north and west. Let's go ahead and change that up. If we run that same command, and all of this is in the links in the description, so go ahead and check that out. But we're going to give it the -C option, and then in quotation marks we're saying %.6f, and when we do that, it's going to convert the GPS location for us to another format. I'm not that versed on, whether it's degrees, I forget all the names for it, but if you need it in a different format, there's one way to do it. Now, of course, we can use grep and cut if we just wanted to. We can do this. We can say, give us all, but we're just going to grep the GPS position. So we just get the list of GPS positions. And then we can also say cut. We can cut at the colon here and just say field 2. And now we just have a list of GPS coordinates. Great. So now something we can do is we can get that information for an image. Again, so we can do this. So we know for this image right here, we're going to get the GPS location. Perfect. There it is right there. Let's go ahead and put that into a variable. So I'm just going to run that same command, but I'm going to put it into the variable location. So we're saying here location equals, in quotation marks, we're saying $, parentheses, and then putting the command in the parentheses. That's going to put that GPS location into a variable called location that we can now say echo. There it is. We have the GPS location. How do we get a physical address? Well, luckily we have OpenStreetMaps, and OpenStreetMaps will give you information, lots of information, and it's free to use. You don't even need an API key. What we're going to do is we're going to use a URL, and I'm going to put this into a variable called URL. So we're going to say create a variable called URL, and we're going to get this. We have this, and again, all this is in the description, but we're going to change this Q option to here to be our location variable. So we're just plopping in the GPS there. We're going to say we want output, we want it in JSON format, and we're going to get the address details, right? When we do that, I can then take that URL, and I'm going to say wget that URL, and it's going to give me some JSON output. Now again, if we're working with JSON, we can always use JQ to clean it up. So there's a lot of information there, but we're just going to say, okay, pipe this JSON output when we grab it into JQ. We're going to go through the array, we're going to get the display name, and then we're going to get the latitude and longitude, and that's all that we want. We run that, and we get the address, followed by the GPS coordinates that we passed it, and in a different format as well. So here, instead of saying north and west, if it's west, it's going to have a negative before that number, and if it's south, there would be a negative before this number. So that's another way to get another format of the GPS location. Great, so we have that. I have in my notes here that sometimes it might return more than one result. So we can run that same command, that wget into JQ, and just say head-n1, and that will just give us the first result. Adding on to that, we can add into this JQ if we don't want the quotations around that, which you may or may not. We can say -r for raw data, and we'll get that information without the quotations around it. Great. So we have all that. We know how to look at the photos, get the GPS location, and then get the physical address location. This is great if you're trying to like map out where your photos were taken. Let's real quick, let me just batcat to view a script I have in here called get location, and we'll go through this. This is just a script, real quick. It's going to go through each JPEG, and again, this is in the link in the description. Each JPEG, it's going to try to grab the GPS location. Let's shrink this down just a little bit and run batcat again. Try to get some things more on one line. Then it's going to check to make sure it got a result, because if for some reason your phone can't get a GPS location, it may not have GPS information, and you don't want to bother the OpenStreetMap's website if you didn't get it. So here it's saying if we did not get a GPS location, just continue to the next thing in the loop, okay? If we did, well, then we're going to add that into the URL here. Then we're going to use our wget command to get our location, and then we're going to print that out with the file name, so we know what image it's for, and then the location information we saw. We're then going to sleep one. Why are we sleeping one? Well, it's free to use this OpenStreetMap API, but they limit you to 1 request per second. So that's we're doing the 1 request there. And I believe the limit is 2,500 a day. So as long as you're not taking more than that in a day and you run this regularly, you can make a long list, have a cron job that runs and makes a spreadsheet or database for you of all your images so you can quickly get the addresses for stuff or search through the addresses. From there, I am going to say finish the done loop. We're going to pipe that into T and then to a file. What does T do? T will take the output and put it into this file. In this case, we're overriding the file. If you wanted to append to it, you add a -a here. But not only will it put it to that file, but it will also display it to the screen for us while it's saving to the file rather than just redirecting. So let me go ahead and just run this script. And we should get 1 every second or so. There we go. So we're getting the image location, the GPS, the address, and we're dumping it into a file here. And then we can use this later on to grab through it. So there's a little bit of delay here when we're trying to grab that information from the website, partially because I actually have this script running on another folder right now, and I wasn't thinking, because now we might be hitting it more than once a second, so they might be delaying us or skipping some of them. But there you go. Now you'll have a text file separated by pipes, so you can open this up in a spreadsheet editor or in a text editor or convert it to JSON. And yeah, if you want to quickly search through your photos and look for when you're in Tallahassee or Walton County or wherever you visited, you can search through that, get the file name, and then you can group files together. Anyway, this is just for a project I've been working on personally. I thought I would share it. All the information that we went over today, again, is in the link in the description. I hope you found this useful, and I hope that you have a great day.